Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And fight fans, this past weekend, Ring Magazine, by way of Turkey Al-Sheikh and Riyadh Season, just put together their pay-per-view, which was titled Night of the Samurai, which was supposed to showcase two of Japan's biggest and brightest stars in the sport of boxing, and that is none other than Inoue and Junto Nakatani. So both of these guys were co-headlining this event because later down the line, if they were both to get past their opponents, they're gonna have a super fight in 2026. I would suppose sometime in the spring. But yes, the first of the two, the co-feature, was Junto Nakatani versus Sebastian Hernandez. Now, Nakatani was moving up in weight. This was, him up at a new weight class, and you saw it because his nickname is the Big Bang. Big Bang Nakatani. He is known to get some knockouts, hard hitter, but he went up, not only did he go up in weight, but he went up against a Mexican, like a real Mexican. And when you go up against Mexican fighters, man, when you go up against those Mexican fighters, those Azteca warriors, when you go up against them, they don't go down easy. They do not fall down to the ground easy. They hardly fall down at all. So, Sebastian Hernandez, a lot of credit to him. He came in there to win. He didn't want to be part of no showcase. He wanted to be the show. He wanted to become the show. So he went in there. He was straight trying to win that fight. Like, he had a very high tight guard, which was, it was leaving openings to the body and around the guard, which would be like the side of the face. But it wasn't, Nakatani's blows weren't really as devastating. Nakatani looked good in the sense of he had really good footwork, and he was hitting Hernandez from some unorthodox angles, being that he's a lefty, and he would just sidestep and pivot, and off the pivot he'll throw like a hook or a straight left. Like he was doing his thing. He was doing pretty good, but he didn't get the impressive knockout. And then the thing that started to really fall to the performance was that later on in the fight, Hernandez started to really land some big shots. I mean, some big shots in the second half of the fight, and things were looking kind of scary for the mega showdown next year. But at the end of the day, Nakatani persevered. He was able to continue to showcase good boxing fundamentals. He had good angles, was hitting Hernandez from some very awkward angles, and he displayed good footwork, good combination punching, and he displayed he got a chin, because to move up in weight and take some of those shots that Hernandez was giving him, you can't say that he got no chin. He was taking some shots. So congratulations to him. And then in the main event, we had Inoue, and Inoue's opponent, which was Al Picasso. Picasso was a tall, wiry fighter, and as you always hear me say, fight your height. This guy was fighting his height, and he was making it a very tough fight for Inoue. We're not used to seeing Inoue, and his last fight out wasn't the greatest performance, but this performance, he was, it's like they say, styles make fights. This guy's style, he was tall, wiry, and he fought his height. He used his jab, maintained distance, and he was exchanging with Inoue. And Inoue was catching him with some beautiful combinations, beautiful combination punches, 3-4 punch combination, 5 punch combinations at times. Nice footwork. But Picasso came to fight. Yet again, another Mexican. Yo, Mexicans, Azteca warrior type Mexicans. These guys, man, some of the toughest people on the planet. You cannot knock these guys down, even if you're the monster Inoue. You know, like he fought a good fight. Picasso fought a very good fight. He was just like Hernandez. He did not come to become part of no showcase. He wanted to steal the show, and he showed it, man. Especially in the second half of the fight, he started showing a lot more urgency to steal rounds. He started exchanging a lot more, and even in the 12th round, he tried to steal that round. He wasn't in survival mode or nothing. He was landing some clean shots in that 12th round. I thought he won the 12th round. So it was a good fight. You know, both fights were good fights. I like the Nakatani fight a little more, but both fights were good. Both men did what they had to do. They got the victories. They secured the wins to now lead up to this big fight, this major fight that's gonna go down. I would say some point in spring, maybe spring of 2026, and it's gonna be a big fight between two of Japan's best, absolute best right now, which are none other than Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani. And the fact that Nakatani moved up in weight and it didn't seem like he had that power, you know, maybe it was because he fought a Mexican fighter. You know, like I said, them Azteca warriors, they don't go down. So could be that. Could be because he fought a strong Mexican fighter and he couldn't knock him out. Or maybe the power's not translating as he moved up in weight, which is, you know, it's common. It happens in boxing. Same thing with Inoue. Inoue, you know, the power hasn't really looked the same since he's moved up in these past couple fights. Maybe it's the fighters he's fighting against. You know, Picasso was a very tough opponent. He was able to maintain distance, used his range very well. So we'll see. But one thing's for sure, styles make fights. These two guys, they have really good, exciting styles. They go in there to fight. They go in there for the knockout. And I think those two together are going to put together a very, very exciting fight. And I'm looking forward to that one. So, you know, we'll stay in tune. We'll find out when exactly that fight goes down. But the most important thing is that they both secured the victory. And that fight is definitely going to go down now. I'm Waz for Waz Words Media. Peace.